Hey guys, my name is Lily and today I want to welcome you to another episode of Survival Knots 101. And today we are going to take a look at the Taut-Line hitch or how to make 3 variations of it. Stay tuned. The Taut-Line hitch is a adjustable loop knot which you can use on lines under tension, and it's used to tie down, tent lines. That's why it's called tent line hitch as well. And you can use it to tie down your tarp, to secure loads on vehicles, and the military even uses it to tie down aircrafts. So that's pretty awesome actually. The first Taut-Line hitch variation that I want to show you is the Midmen's hitch, and it's considered the most difficult one but also the most secure one. And this is how it goes. So basically you take your working end and you go over an object. This can be, for example, a tent stake. And then you take your working end and go over the standing end and come back through the loop here. Okay, so now we have our first loop. And now what you want to do is you want to make a second loop just the way that we did before, but this time we want to come out underneath the first loop. So we go back the standing end and we try to come out underneath the first loop. So, and what this does is basically the second loop is jamming the first loop, and that's what's making this knot so secure. Okay, and next we're taking our tag end and go over the standing end, and then we come back from below. Okay, and that's it. This is considered the Midmen's hitch. And yeah, this is one of the most secure Taut-Line hitches. And as you can see, you can push the hitch up and down the loop. So it's a sliding knot. And it holds pretty well. But even this secure type is sliding when there's too much pressure on it. Alright, the second variation of a Taut-Line hitch is the variation that is most often seen in survival books. So it starts basically like the first one. You go over your object, then you come back from behind and create your first loop. And the second loop you want to create just like the first loop, but this time you go over the first loop. See? So now you have your 2 loops, number 1 and number 2. And what you do next is you make the same thing that we did before. We go over the standing end and come back from behind. And this is basically the classic Taut-Line hitch. And this also slides along the standing line here. And yeah, it's pretty strong, but not as strong as the first version. So it's not jamming as well. As you can see, I can move this up and down fairly easily. So the first version is definitely the version that you want to have if you have to secure your top in strong winds, for example. Alright, so the third variation that I want to show you is commonly used in the military to tie down aircrafts. So basically it starts like the first knot. We go over an object with the working end, then we go around, come back from behind, create our first loop, and we do the same thing again to create the second loop. And then we do something differently. So we stay at this side here and go back from the right side. So now all of the loops face in the same direction, and yeah, this knot here tends to twist less, and that's why I like to take it. And jamming capabilities are just as good as with the second type, maybe a little bit less. so it's not the most secure. So now some of you guys might ask why the military is using this kind of hitch, although it's moving quite a lot. Well, the thing is, they don't make only one hitch, but 2 hitches. So they make the same hitch 2 times in one row. So now I make the second hitch just right below the first one. I go around 1 time, 2 times, then I go around from behind and come back through the loop here. And that's the second one. And what they also do is they finish off the last knot with a half hitch, so that nothing comes loose, like this. So now I have my 2 Taut-Line hitches. Yeah, let's see if I can move them. Now I'm pulling on my 2 Taut-Line hitches here, and as you can see, they don't really move. So now with the 2 hitches, this is a really secure line. Alright folks, so these were 3 variations of the Taut-Line hitch, which are pretty interesting, and I think that the Taut-Line hitch is very handy, especially when it comes to survival situations, but also when it comes to normal camping or, you know, everyday life. So it's always good to know a couple of handy knots. And yeah, so this is the end of the video. I really want to thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and stay tuned till next time.